Today, I just want to give you an update on other sites where other people from across the globe are raising some funds or extra money. Here, I have got a special report which is saying Emmerson Mnangagwa's latest investment experts in oil and big banks terrified. When citizens are already raking in millions of dollars from home using this wealth loophole, but is it legitimate? So we are seeing the picture of President Emmerson Mnangagwa and the presenter or the interviewer. Here Emmerson Mnangagwa comes out with a new secret investment that is making hundreds of people in Zimbabwe very rich. So what we are saying now, our leaders in Zimbabwe, they are doing online business, and most other members in Zimbabwe, they say investment platforms, all of them, they are scams, or it's they sometimes link it to Satanism. But we have here clearly outlined that some big wigs and many people in Zimbabwe and the whole of the world, they are making money online. And I'm one of the guys who are also making money online. Thank you for this opportunity. Let me go on. ZBC TV, Zimbabwean politician Emmerson Mnangagwa has made a name for himself as a brash talker who doesn't mind being honest about how he makes his money. Last week, he appeared on Punchline and announced a new wealth loophole which he says can transform anyone into millionaire within 3 to 4 months. Emmerson Mnangagwa urged everyone in Zimbabwe to jump on this amazing opportunity before the big banks shut it down for good. And sure enough, minutes after the interview was over, CBZ Bank called to stop Emmerson Mnangagwa's interview from being aired. It was already too late. Here is exactly what happened. Co-host invited Emmerson Mnangagwa on the show to share any tips he had on building wealth, and the Emmerson Mnangagwa dropped a bomb quickly without any hesitation. And right now, my number one man maker is a new gold auto trading program called Bitcoin Era. It's the simple biggest opportunity I have seen in my entire lifetime to build a small fortune fast. I urge everyone to check this out before they shut it down. Co-host was left in disbelief as Emmerson Mnangagwa put out his phone and showed viewers how much money he is making through this new money-making program that now has everyone in Zimbabwe whispering. You can see the picture of our president, and there are some transactions which are showing that there are 29 transactions where there was a deposit from Bitcoin which is almost 25,493.30. And on the 14th of January for 17,393.33. The segment ran out of time before Emmerson Mnangagwa could elaborate. So we got an exclusive interview with the man himself to learn more about this controversial opportunity. Here's the exclusive interview with Emmerson Mnangagwa. You may have heard about this new gold investment platform called Bitcoin Era that is helping regular people in Zimbabwe, South Africa and Europe build fortunes overnight. You may be skeptical because it sounds too good to be true. Emmerson Mnangagwa continues, I get that because I thought the same thing when a trusted friend told me about it. But after seeing with my own eyes how much money he was making, I had to try it for myself. Because it was some of the biggest and easiest money I have ever made. I'm talking tens of thousands of dollars a day on autopilot. It's literally the fastest way to make a windfall of cash right now. And it's not going to last for much longer when more and more people find out about it, or when banks shut it down for good. This is the president's picture. What exactly is Bitcoin Era and how does it work? The idea behind Bitcoin era is straightforward: to allow the average person to cash in on the gold boom, which is still the most lucrative investment of the 21st century, despite what most people think. Bitcoin era lets you profit from all of these cryptocurrencies, even in a bear market. It uses artificial intelligence, AI, to automatically handle long and short selling for you so you can make money around the clock, even while you sleep. Tech minds to ever exist: Richard Branson, Elon Musk, and Bill Gates, just to name a few. Bill Gates and Richard Branson discussed Bitcoin era at CES 2019. These tech geniuses have built multi-billion companies on solving complex issues like online payments, computing, and transportation. Now they are tackling on the global problem of wealth inequality by letting anyone, no matter how rich or poor, they are making enough money to enjoy a happy and fulfilling life. Lucrative money-making secrets behind big banks don't want you to know. Emmerson Mnangagwa goes on: we are seeing hard economic times, and this is the solution people have been waiting for. Never in history have we had such an amazing opportunity that ordinary people can easily take advantage to generate time. Some people are hesitant to try this because it's so different, and that is because the big banks are trying to cover this up. The big banks are actively creating propaganda and calling cryptocurrencies and platforms like Bitcoin era a scam. Why? They are worried their corporate profits will shrink when their customers know how to create massive wealth themselves. The truth is the revolution of our lifetime, and anyone does not jump on this opportunity who does not jump on this opportunity is missing out. I have already received angry calls and threats from big financial corporations because I'm bring this technology to people's attention, but screw them. And it's only a matter of time before more and more, because I have also received hundreds of emails from people thanking me for sharing this secret. My favorite one is from a man who bought his wife a dream car using the cash he made from Bitcoin era. This platform is truly making the lives of everyone in the world a little better. You can see there, it seems as if it's a BMW or a Benz. I don't know the brands of cars, but Steven Becker used the profits he earned from Bitcoin era to buy his wife a dream car. What an inspiring way to use wealth for good. Does Bitcoin era really work? We test it ourselves out. Our senior editors will not let us to publish the interview with Emmerson Mnangagwa until we verified that Bitcoin era is legitimate make money from home opportunity. Our corporate leadership did not want us realizing any information that could potentially cause citizens of Zimbabwe to lose their hard-earned money. So our editorial team tested Bitcoin era to make sure it actually works like Emmerson Mnangagwa described. One of our online editors, Henry Mponde, volunteered to risk his test out Bitcoin era. Henry is 33-year-old father of 2 girls whose wife lost a job last year due to illness. He admitted he was struggling financially and his investment opportunity could not be answered. Henry's family, you can see it. I don't know, maybe you know them. Henry's family was struggling to make ends meet and hoped that Bitcoin era could relieve his financial pressure. So he decided to test the system and report his results. Let us hear the results. Henry reports, at first when I heard the interview with Emmerson Mnangagwa, I thought he was joking. Making money from home is only a dream. I decided to try it anyway in my financial circumstances and for the sake of good gesture, and then signed up. The video seemed to be over-promising, but I put my skepticism aside. Within a few hours, I received a call from my personal investor. He answered all questions and doubts I had and assured me I was going to make money. My personal investor even promised that if I lose, he would promptly refund my 250 USD deposit. That is how confident he was. This was going to change my life. Now that his customer service beyond anything I have seen, and no wonder banks are scared. Once I received access to the platform, I deposited my initial investment of 250 USD. That is what my family spends on junk food every month. So I decided to stop taking us to fast food for a month. Now we can be healthy, plus have the opportunity to get rich. Imagine someone saying he was with a budget of $250 per month. That is interesting in Zimbabwe. The Bitcoin era system itself is a gold auto trading platform. The software uses advanced algorithms and machine learning to predict exactly when cryptocurrencies go up and down. They need to automatically buy and sell fuel around the clock. Technology has already made our lives easier in every possible way. So why not use it to make more money as well? In this real-time results with the system. Within 1 hour of depositing 250 USD, the software started trading for me. To be honest, I was nervous. It would lose all of my money. And sure enough, my first trade was at $25 USD. I felt my throat close up. I thought I had been scammed. I was even ready to call my personal investor and ask for my money back. But then I remembered that he told me earlier on our call, the algorithm is right about 89% of the time. You are not going to win every trade, but you will overall. So I let the software keep trading for me and watched it. The next trade was profitable, only $19 USD, but it was still something. Then the next trade was 51 USD, then 22 USD, making a total profit of 68 USD, and this was all under 5 minutes. Soon I started scooping up cash like ice cream. I could not believe my eyes. Every time I refreshed the screen, my profits grew higher and higher. I felt like I was on drugs because this was such an exciting rush. You can see there, he was trying to refresh his profits, and as for the losses, there was only 345 loss, and profits now was at 2091.5, and the win percentage was 86.4. Every time I refreshed my trading dashboard, my profits grew higher and higher. It was such an exciting rush to 89% of the time, meaning to say less than 10%. So you get 100%, but per every trade. So this thing is profitable. Okay. I know why Emmerson Mnangagwa is in a good mood all the time, and why the big banks don't want people anywhere near this wealth loophole. By the end of the day, I'd made over 771 US in profit, not bad from a starting investment of 250 USD. I was so excited. I back to work. To be honest, and don't tell my boss, it was hard to focus on my job knowing the Bitcoin air software was making me money. I know. I once did the same. But unfortunately, we were scammed. I was scammed $800, but I was doing the same when I was at job. At work, I was just thinking of my money-making machine, and it was making a lot of money for me. And I got some payouts, and then the guys vamoosed with the whole lot after some weeks. I snuck out to the bathroom a few times to check my profits, and they kept stacking up. The small loss here and there. At the end of the day, before I put my kids to sleep, my account balance showed 1,380 USD. That is more than I earn in a week at my regular job. By the end of the week, I made a total of 5,405. I withdrew exactly 4,500 and reinvested the rest. This is the main problem with most of the investors. They withdraw and then they invest. This one is very lucky because the profits were withdrawn and the rest, out of 5,400, it's almost 975 which was left. That is the amount that he reinvested. That is good. because he managed to take something. But most of the people, they invest the whole lot of money. That is the biggest mistake. Don't do that. Within 2 days, I received my first check in the mail for exactly 4,500 USD. I could not believe this was real. This is the check of this person, 497,468. I don't know about these figures. Henry received a check for 4,500 USD for his first 2 weeks of using Bitcoin Era. Now I am constantly making an additional 700 to 1,535 USD per day. Thanks to Bitcoin Era, now the money gets deposited into my bank account every few days. Just a few clicks, received my funds within 24 to 48 hours. Every time the transfer hits my checking account, I have to pinch myself to make sure I was not dreaming. No. Luckily, I love my job here because I get to bring people important news stories like this one. Otherwise, I would have quit by now. I did, however, plan a vacation for my family to Bali, Indonesia, to celebrate being out of debt, and finally, this would not be possible without Emerson sharing his secret life on television. And I'm happy I took the risk to try Bitcoin Era myself. My wife is happier than ever, and my kids' toy cupboard is well stocked. My co-workers are kicking themselves. They didn't sign up 2 weeks ago like I did. But soon, our entire office signed up, including my boss, and they are calling how to get started with Bitcoin Era. Limited spots available. To get started, you only need your computer, smartphone, or tablet with internet access. You don't need any specific skills other than knowing how to use a computer and browsing the internet. You don't need any technology or good experience because the software and your personal investor guarantees you make profit. Another perk of this program, you get to start when you want. You can make your own schedule, whether that is 5 hours a week or 50 hours a week. Just start the auto trading software when you wish, and you can pause whenever you want. I don't know why you ever would though. To save our readers time and double check the functionality, Henley kindly created a guide to getting started on the system. Here's my step-by-step walkthrough, and this is the document on how. But I just found this and I'm not saying you must jump into these things. You must check the authenticity of this document. It's a TV channel. I don't know the dates when it was written. Let me check. There's no date there. And because there are some people who can do what are known as name drops, I will try to check for its authenticity and check if it is not a scam for sure. And I will look for the video when this interview took place, because sometimes you can fall into the trap of the scammers. But I think you heard about the name. It's Bitcoin Era. So you can make your own research before you pour your funds there. Online mostly in these Bitcoin sites, there are scammers. More scammers are there. So you can make verifications first before you just get excited. Add your funds into these sites. Make thorough verifications and then make enough decision. And be in a position to accept any result from your investment. Never invest funds that you borrowed from your friends. Don't borrow funds. Use your funds. And do not use the last cent from your pocket. Just use extra cash which is meant for investment, such that if you lose, problems, because some other people who are faint-hearted can be stressed up, and that can lead to hypertension and even lead to stroke and death. So we don't want people who die because of money. No, we just urge you to do your research and then make decisions. These sites, don't just look at the money, verify everything before you put your money there. And then don't verify from the people from the same company, but you can verify using those who are saying 50 funds. Thank you very much. I think this was quite interesting. I shared this, and I will drop the link to this on the description itself. I'm happy to share with you this one. Good.